Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, it's Miles Mikolas. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ian Happ leading things off and takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
That's in there, and it's 0-2. Out there to center. Lays out and makes the play.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play. Right there, an excellent diving catch. You can absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. Mikolas, he's become known as a guy that's really tough to take deep, and that is especially valuable today, Chris, when the ball's going out of the ballpark so much. On the ground, right side, and it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
It's very important. It's all about run prevention, right? So when you have that, it's a plus. But if you are going to give up the long ball, you want the bases to be empty, and that's where control and command really comes into play for a guy like this.
One down. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. That misses the
that
zone,
ball went out.
And that is ball one. Man at first, one away. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing, even though it's right there.
Here goes the runner. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Come on, punch him out.
Tucker over at first with one away.
Punch him out.
Swing and a base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
First and second, one out. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
One out. Runners at first and second. And that is out of play. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. He scores and they have the lead. He's in there. It's 2-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. One out, runner at second. Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. And that drops in for a strike. Move to second. Crow Armstrong
He's safe.
back in on a dive. Man at second. Breaking ball misses down and away. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him swinging. So here's Horner now. That one's in there, 0-1.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Whoa, that's down.
In the dirt. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 outs. Got it. Good job of damage control right there. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And it's 2-zip. And we're back. And on the mound in this one, Colin Ray. How about a scouting report on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor. And we'll watch how he works in this one.
Brendan Donovan leading things off and takes a strike.
0-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And it's fouled away. Towards first, Bush. And he takes it himself for the out. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. This has been a good, productive lineup so far this year, currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits and runs per game.
Well, you know, this lineup sees it as very important to put the ball in play, Boog. I mean, this is an age where strikeouts are up so high and guys are swinging and missing, going for the fences. But if you can increase that contact rate, you can be a dangerous club. You get more guys on base, and then all of a sudden, when that big swing comes through, you're plating more runs. So we'll see if this pitcher can get some soft contact, let the defense work behind it.
On the ground, right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. 2 down, bases empty. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson.
Come on, Alec.
And that's off the
that pitch is
outside
out.
edge. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. That clips the corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
hit in the air left field. Happ moving under it. Brings it in. And that ends the inning. Back here in St. Louis, second inning set to go. Now the third baseman, Matt Shaw. Shaw, in his rookie season, 23 years old. A former first-round pick in 2023. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though. Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Yeah, the batter now is Reese McGuire. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. 1 out, bases empty. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that one almost hit him.
2 strikes.
Get out of here, Chicago!
2-2 the count.
One down, base is empty.
3-2.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
2 outs, base is empty. Vidal Brujan, the next Cub to hit. On the ground to third. Jump throw across his body. Nicely done for the out. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They're up 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Ray back to work. Swings through that one for strike 1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And now the count is even.
1-1.
Out towards right center field. Crow Armstrong moves after it. And there's 1 down. Here's Nolan Arenado. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Hey, 2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Up the middle, corner. And they get Arenado for the out.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Thomas.
2 down, bases empty. Thomas Sajazi now at the plate. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty.
Yeah.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Crow Armstrong ranges back. That's not coming back. He muscles that one out the opposite way, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
Well, there goes the shutout, just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
2 outs, nobody on. Yohel Pozo next up for the Cardinals. A little bit high. Ball 1. Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that extends the inning.
Batting eighth, right fielder, Jordan.
So digging in, Jordan Walker. First offering and it just misses. Pozo off of first with 2 away. Right through there for a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. That is the inning. 1 for the Cardinals on the solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. All set for the start of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. That's a strike. 0-2 now.
Yeah, and he wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that's a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. On a bounce right side, Sajazi handles, throws to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Now batting, right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Just off the outside edge, and that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball there. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. And it remains 2-2. Two outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Nothing doing here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals 1. As we go to the last of the third, here's the center fielder, Jose Barrero. That one misses, and that's ball 1. High in the air, out to right. Suzuki has a beat on it. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the DH, Brendan Donovan. Grounded out his first time. Fouled off. He was late. Hit on the ground to short. Horner slings to first in time.
The shortstop, Mason.
Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. He's 0 for 1. Off the plate, ball 1. And another ball.
Ball 2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong on the move. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here at Busch Stadium. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. Run up on down.
Well, here we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
So up next, Michael Busch. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a curve misses outside. 1-0. Swings through that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at
1
95.
ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Walker gets under it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Nico
2 outs,
Horner.
base is empty. Here's Nico Horner. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That's down and in.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals 1. And we're back. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Alec Burleson. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Kicks and fires. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Wilson.
Here's Contreras now. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Hard ground ball, base down.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Man at first with one gone. So now it's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 1 so far. Check swing, called strike.
0-1.
Contreras, the base runner at first with one out. That's outside, and it's 1-1. On the ground, 2 ball. To Horner at second for 1, and that's 2.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Back here in St. Louis, we go to the top of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. Michaelis back to work.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 0-2. Good eye in that
that's the
spot.
ball.
I don't like to say he wasted a
1
pitch.
ball,
I think
2
that was a
strikes, the count.
purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Reese McGuire. Went down on strikes his first time through. And there's a foul ball. McGuire, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Runner at first with no outs here. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now it's Vidal Brujan. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And that one fouled off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. First and second here, no outs. Not
Full
close
count.
with that one. Full count now. Ian Happ on deck for the Cubs. Popped up to Jay-Z. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone. Ian Happ up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Runner on the go. Tap foul at the plate. Two on, one out. Swinging a foul straight back.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Up
One
and
ball,
in,
two
and the
strikes.
count is 1-2. Runners at the corners, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Good job to fight that one off. Got him looked in. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Swung on, belted. That's going back. Back some more. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. 2 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Sajazi. Just missed. On the ground, right side. And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Yohel Pozo getting ready to hit, and he's already singled in this game. That's in there. And that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
So 2 down now, and here is Jordan Walker. Flied to right his first time. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
0-1.
The Cubs leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. And the sweeper is off the plate. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And down in order go the Cardinals. They're down 2-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sonny Gray.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Slapped foul.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That one outside. And it's 1-2.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
And that's in the dirt. Base knock right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Ball, that's inside.
Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Phil Maton getting ready to go. Romero, the power lefty, up as well. drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Holds it in on the warning track.
Plenty of extra carry on that ball to right there. Almost got out of here thanks to the wind. It's whipping right now.
So digging in, Michael Busch. Sonny Gray checks on the runner.
He's good.
First
Ball,
pitch
that's outside.
misses.
Let's go, St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis.
And he takes a strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Suzuki at first, one gone. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Punch him out.
1-2 here. Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty. Nico Horner will come up to hit. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that one fouled off.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
2 outs. Going to count
That's
1-2.
outside.
And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals 1. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the center fielder, Jose Barrero.
Jose Barrero.
Late swing, fouled off. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That one gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
Back to the top of the order now. Brendan Donovan will hit next. He's grounded out a couple of times. Runner on the go. Line and a base hitting to right. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Waste no time there. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Win up
Ball
for the
one.
third time here. Watches that one
Ball
miss.
1, no strike.
Tying run in scoring position here in the bottom of the sixth. And that's fouled off.
But I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Ground ball right side. Oh, nice stop at first. There's one. Safe at first. They won't get them both, and the runner comes in from third.
Just a beautiful play right there to get it out. He dives to make the stop. Then a nice feed from his knees. Knew he didn't have time to get up and make that throw. The throw beats the runner. That's that internal clock working.
And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. And the first
that's
pitch
off the
misses for
plate.
ball one. Wynn leads off first with one away. And another ball.
Outside.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Rips one to right. Could be extra bases. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He will score and they take the lead. 3-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Colin Ray done for the night, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
New
Chicago
pitcher in the
Cubs,
game for the Cubs, Cade Horton.
number 22.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
One out, runner at second. Contreras digs in now, 1 for 2. Down the left field line, should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Man at second with one away. Here's Nolan Arenado. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. And speaking of that defense,
No ball,
it's hard
two
to
strike.
imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman at El Toro High School in California.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Now on for St. Louis, Thomas Sajazi. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Swing and a foul out of play.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Crow Armstrong sizing this one up. He's got it. And that will end the inning. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. We're through 6 full. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Cubs 2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Kyle Leahy.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Shaw, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count even 1-1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
That one is upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This one popped up. Contreras. And there's one down.
Oh, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
McGuire, the next to hit, takes outside.
1-0.
The Cubbies trailing by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. In there at the knees, and it's a ball and a strike. One down, base is empty. Into center, Sajazi on his way over, hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Vidal Brujan, the next Cub to hit. Right down the chute, strike 1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Pitch is in there, and the count is 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That
1
one
ball,
ran inside,
2
almost
strikes.
got him. Fights it off, he'll see another. Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Pitch
That's
misses
ball
there. 2-2. That one way inside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And down on strikes. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Cubs 2. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Yohel Pozo.
Number 63.
That's in there. It's 0-1.
You know, these Cards doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
In the air out to center. Crow Armstrong brings it in with a nice running grab.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And first offering is fouled off. Just
Ball one.
missed. That one fouled off. Next
Ball,
pitch
that's
is
out.
outside. Base is empty, one away. Near the bottom of the seventh. The next
Count
offering
full.
misses. 3-2 now. And that's ball four.
Ball 4. Take the base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And now the center fielder, Jose Barrero. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base,
No, he's
you
in
want to
there.
keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Walker leads off first with one away.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that
Ball two.
misses. And it's 2-1. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Bush gets under it, makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Brendan Donovan.
Now a chance for Brendan Donovan. 1 for 3. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Walker is waved home. He will score.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. Squirts away a little bit. The shortstop takes the ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Lays down the line, and now maybe extra bases. Throws to second. He goes into second. A run comes in on the play.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Cade Horton gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Here comes a
Chicago.
new arm for the Cubs, Ryan
Number
Brazier.
54, Ryan Brazier.
Alec Burleson now at the plate. That
That's a
misses,
ball.
and that's ball one.
Counts 1-0.
Man on second, 2 down. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hat. And that'll do it. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Cubs 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. JoJo Romero.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Romero goes 5 feet 11 inches, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. Up the middle, Sajazi whips it to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Tucker in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Outside, and a count 2-1. The Cardinals leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one hammered center field. That's back. And that ball is gone. That's his 3rd home run of the series, and they inch closer. It's 6-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
One out, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Strike 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. That one catches the zone, and that is strike 2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. That's a hit. It's in and out of his glove.
Now batting, the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one not close. And that is ball 1. And
Ball,
another
that's
ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
In today's
balls,
game,
one
not that
strike.
many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Aye.
That one 95 to finish him off. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. JoJo Romero is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Ryan Helsley.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Number 56. Ryan.
Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. That's a strike.
Ball.
This one in the dirt. Goes to second.
He's in there. He's safe.
And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Next
That's
offering
ball
misses
2.
down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one's in there. It's 2-2. Stays alive. Suzuki on at second with 2 down. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Cubs 3. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the 8th. Now up the Cardinals number 4 hitter, Wilson Contreras. That one lifted to left. Hat makes the grab, 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Brad Keller up and throwing. Pearson, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swing and a miss. as he was out front
0-2
that
is the
time.
count.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. McGuire down to first, and he'll be safe at first.
Now batting.
Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, a guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head, but I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
Man at first, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Sajazi just missed.
1-0.
And that one ripped into right, 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Pozo,
Ball,
the
that's
next to
outside.
hit, takes ball 1. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1-1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Ball, that's out.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that's the 3rd out. The Cards leave 1, but they still lead at 6-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now the shortstop, Nico Horner. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. That's in there. 0-1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. Next
Off the
offering
plate,
is
ball
outside.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That one
Ball, that's
outside,
out.
and a count 2-1. Horner stands at second with no outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swings and misses And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
That's a really great job of sequencing. Pitched before, good fastball through the zone, and as a hitter, you got to be ready to get on that with 2 strikes. He breaks it off. Good slider to the outside corner of the plate. Tell you what, that was a really good pitch.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Reese McGuire. That's out to center field. Barrero under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Vidal Brujan.
So they're down to their final out. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Vidal Brujan. Up and
Counts
in, and he
1-0.
gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And now 2-0.
That pitch is out.
Runner at second, 2 down. Late swing, foul to the left. That one fouled off, 2-2. Helsley is just 1 strike away. Right through there, got it. That's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.